What's up guys, Hayden here from Alarm System Store again, and today I'm doing a bit of a product overview video rather than anything super techy. I just kind of wanted to introduce these new cameras that we have on our website, and these are Tactacam Reveal cellular cameras. So by default, as you can see, it looks just like a trail camera, and that is exactly what it is. But being a cellular camera gives it a lot of security benefits where a normal trail camera would fail. So like with normal trail cameras, you're going to have an SD card. It's going to save all the pictures there. If you want to see what is on the pictures, you have to pull the SD card out and plug it into your computer, download it, whatever. These connect directly to an app because they are cellular. So anytime these cameras take a picture, it notifies you on your cell phone. So they are great for early detection signs of, any sort of burglary or any issues that you may encounter. So as you can see here, it does say AT&T or Verizon on the box, and that is because these come with both an AT&T and a Verizon SIM card. So you can choose whatever is going to work better in your area for where you're going to place this. As you can see there, it also shows data plans start at $5 per camera per month. So pretty cheap. I'm sure they have higher level plans. I haven't really looked into that side yet. I'm going to be doing a video on how to enroll this to the app and get it activated and all that in a future video. So when we do that, that's when I'll really dig into the plans and figure out what's what in that regard. I was just kind of wanting to introduce these for now. So this one is the Gen X2, like I mentioned. The other model that we carry is also the Reveal X Pro. The Reveal X Pro has a few additional features, which you can actually see on the box here. The X Pro has a built-in GPS and LCD screen on the actual camera itself to adjust settings and things like that. And the the X Pro also has a black flash, and what that means is these have IR built in for nighttime pictures, but there is technology now that allows them to mask that IR light. This one in particular uses what is called a low glow IR light, and it produces a very dim red light whenever it takes a picture. So much harder to see than your average IR light, but the Pro Series actually blacks that out completely, so there is no glow whatsoever when the IR is active. So it works really well for hunting situations, but it also works really well for security because nobody's going to know they're having their picture taken whenever they cross the view of your camera. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it out, and I'll open it up and we'll take a look at it. So I will be right back. Alright, so this is what you get when you open up the box. You got your camera here, antenna here. It does come with a strap to mount the camera and two SIM cards. One is Verizon and one is AT&T, so you get to decide which one it's going to use. This antenna has a little screw connector, and that's going to go on this little spot right here. You pull that little cover off, and it's got the connector there. Screw that on, and you're ready to go. If we open up this camera, there's a little latch here. Pop that up, open up the door. You'll see some status LEDs. There's a slider bar to turn the camera on and off and to setup mode, and then there's also a test button for taking test pictures. Status LEDs indicate status of the camera, status of the SD card. It's got a Wi-Fi symbol there, which I'll cover in a second. Battery charge indicator and a cellular signal indicator as well. So anytime you need to check on it, just pop the door open. Those LEDs will be lit up so you can see what's up. The Wi-Fi is a bit specific to this camera, at least from the two that I have seen. The X Pro, as I mentioned, has an LCD screen on it, so you can actually just do things on the camera itself. But this one, whenever you change it to setup mode, it activates a Wi-Fi signal within the camera. And you use these credentials over here to get signed into the Wi-Fi, and then you can adjust settings on the camera and get it activated. And we'll go over that more in depth whenever I do the activation. But the only other thing I haven't mentioned is this eject button. There's also a reset button on the bottom. I haven't run into any scenarios where it needs to be reset, but if so, there is one. But the eject button, if you press that, it actually pops out this battery cartridge here. And that is where you place the batteries for the camera. So by default, These use 12 AA batteries, and they recommend using lithium AA batteries because they last about twice as long as regular alkaline batteries. But you just stick them in there, pop that back in, and it'll power the camera up. I got a couple accessories that I want to show you guys as well, but I don't have all of the accessories available for these cameras, but I have a few. The first one I want to show is this Reveal SD card. This is a 32 gigabyte SD card made specifically for these Reveal cameras. So this is obviously going to work the best, but there are two other brands you can use as well. One is SanDisk High Endurance, and I want to say the other one is Micron Industrial, but don't quote me on that. Check the website, it does say on there. Just make sure you get a SD card capable of 90 megabyte per second speeds, and that way the video capture works properly. Another accessory we have is this lithium cartridge. This is just a battery pack for these devices, so as you can see, it's shaped the same way as this battery pack in here is. So once you charge this up, you just pop it right in and it'll take off. Both batteries, AA and the lithium cartridge, can be used with the solar panel for these devices, and that way anytime the solar panel doesn't have enough power to continually power the camera, it will back up to either the AA's that are inside or that lithium cartridge. So between the lithium cartridge and the solar panel, it should run your camera pretty much forever. So definitely things to look into. Another accessory I have here is this extended range antenna, and it's humongous, so I can't show it all on the camera. But essentially, it is a stick-shaped antenna with a cord about 10 feet long that you can run into the antenna jack there. And once it's connected, it should get you within acceptable cellular signal range so you can use the camera. There's also a security lock box that I do not have. The solar panel I don't have with me, and there's also a stake you can get for these, which you can use to mount both the camera and the solar panel. So we don't have those on our site, the stakes, but if you want them, just let us know. I'm sure we can get them. That shouldn't be a problem at all. But yeah, this is pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, I'll go much more in depth on this whenever I go to activate one. We'll check out all the features that are available for it and see exactly what it does. But yeah, by default, these are just handy little, fairly cheap trail cams that report everything directly to you, so you can respond to it however you need to. But that's all I can really say about it for now, so go check it out on the website, see if it's something that would work for you, and if it is, go ahead and order some. We'll get them out to you as quick as we can. But yeah, other than that, I got nothing else to say, so I will catch you guys on the next one.